Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. I'm in the garage. I've got the heater on in here. It is cold. We're not going to get out of the 30s for all of today, which is Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It's been cold here in Northeast Texas, and it's going to be, our lows are going to be in the teens. I went fishing Monday because it was the last really nice day in practice for a tournament that I've got coming up. And the water temperatures then were 53. So I'm assuming that a lot of the water temperatures are going to drop into the 40s. And I think the coldest water temperature that I remember seeing was like 43. That was years ago. We just don't get a lot of super cold days consecutively. And then usually we have a nice day to kind of warm it back up. Winds will turn out of the south and kind of warm us back up a little bit. But I wanted to share a twist on the tried and true Bill Lewis rattle trap. This is something that I think not a lot of people really kind of think about or really capitalize on. When it comes to fishing lipless crankbaits, man, everybody's gonna probably throw a half ounce. It throws well, it fishes nicely, it probably catches more fish day in, day out for me when I need a lipless crankbait than anything else. And man, there's something about that really cold water temperature, these flat sides, the way this thing was constructed straight from the beginning. It's a fish catcher straight out of the box, whether you're fishing that crawfish, chartreuse belly, or a chrome blue, or a gold blackback. Hard to beat that half ounce rattle trap. But this time of year, when the water gets cold, you're gonna be surprised by this. A 1/4 ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap can sometimes outperform that half ounce. Now this is the half ounce here, and this is the 1/4. There's not a huge size difference in these two, but the reality is there's something about that size, those smaller presentations, this time of year when the water's really cold, that 1/4 ounce size can be the go-to for me. And I'll fish it. The thing that's great about it is I'll fish it slower. Like with this half ounce, you've got to keep it moving pretty quick because otherwise it's going to hit the bottom. It's going to get, into the grass, and ripping it out of the grass is good, but it can be harder to fish it efficiently in some of those shallower zones. And the 1/4 ounce will actually get you some, what I like to call hang time. You don't have to move it so far horizontally to keep it elevated above the bottom and kind of in the fish's face. So that 1/4 ounce can be tremendous for catching fish in this super cold period. Another thing that makes the 1/4 ounce a go-to for me, if you're in a lake that has a lot of grass, if you throw that half ounce, that inside grass edge, a lot of times you'll throw it out there, and some of those fish are shallower than you want to believe. I mean, if I didn't actually experience it firsthand, there's some fish that are up there shallow, even during the coldest periods of the year. And you throw that half ounce up there and it hits the water, makes a bigger splash, not as natural. But you throw that 1/4 and it just boop, it just hits the water, and you begin reeling it, and it begins this little tight vibration, small little package coming through there. And what you'll do is you'll throw it out over the grass edge, and when it hits the inside grass edge, instead of bogging down with the half ounce, that 1/4 will kind of go over it. Not only that, if you do hit it, you can rip it free, just snap the rod tip, rip it free, and that 1/4 ounce will come out of there. It won't bog down and get mired in that grass. So that 1/4 ounce can be a go-to. And honestly, a lot of people just say, well, I don't have a lake with grass in it. But the reality is the lipless crankbait and your flat-sided crankbaits like that are just going to do exceptional when the water's at its coldest. That tight vibration as it comes through the water, coupled with the rattles in it, just like you have with this rattle trap. Now, don't get me wrong, there's other types of lipless crankbaits, but I feel like sometimes when the water gets this cold, it's just too aggressive. It's too much sound, it's too much vibration. You want that tight little vibration coming through the water, and that 1/4 ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap can just be a killer. I think fishing it on, say, 12 to 14 pound test line, and just keeping it on, say, a medium retrieve to a slow retrieve, you because you could, again, really crawl it and it doesn't have a tendency to fall into the grass or into the muck or the bottom. You can kind of keep it above and swimming like it should be, kind of tracing the bottom contours like you want it. So just a quick tip for you guys today. If you are a rattle trap tosser just like me, don't sleep on the 1/4 ounce. The 1/4 ounce can really get you some bites when literal nothing else will. When that 1/2 ounce might get you a few bites, this will get you a few more. And sometimes I use them in tandem. If I'm fishing deeper grass or I'm fishing a little bit steeper bank, the 1/2 ounce. And then when I'm fishing shallower or like an inside grass edge or at areas where I feel like the fish are shallower, utilizing some types of cover and or structure, I'll go with the 1/4. Thanks for tuning into the YouTube channel. Hope you guys find some sort of value from the channel and the information I'm providing. I certainly appreciate everybody watching, all the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. As well, check out my merch, Team Niggemeyer Fishing. I'll leave a link in the description. Until next time, thanks for watching and good fishing.